What's up, guys? Day 2. Um, I had to do a tour on my own, and it's only my second day in training, and that was very scary, but at the same time, I was very calm, cool, and collected during the tour, and yeah, I noticed that I just really love kids, that I might not have kids. It's a possibility that I might never have kids of my own, just because I have a lot of future plans for myself, and I just don't see me being pregnant at 28 or 30, because if I were to have a kid, I would want to have, yes, I would like to have kids at a young age to be a young mom, but realistically, when I really stop and think about it, it's not a good idea, because I mean, I'm going off on a tangent here, but is it for certain that the person that you have the kid with is going to be with you or want to stay with you, especially if you get together at a very young age? I feel like it's, having a long lasting relationship. Um, it can, it's hard as it is, and having a kid could strain it if you're really not willing to work together, and if you don't have the same mindset and goals, which is to raise the child but be a team. And yeah, definitely going off on a tangent here, but my point is, it kind of makes me a little sad to if I were to never have kids, because today I just realized I really love kids, because they're so innocent. And when did we all become so cynical? Or maybe I should speak for myself, but I just feel like they're so innocent and sweet, and they just, in a way, they look up to you. And it's weird for me, because I'm fairly not experienced in have in the workforce, being a boss, and being the top rank, I've never, but with this new volunteering job, I feel like sometimes kids look up to me, or they see me as an authority figure, and it's kind of weird for me, because I feel like I don't have that control anymore in any aspect of my life. And if anything, it's I always have to look up to professors, or just look up to other people or older people as an example of what I could be doing and should be doing. And I don't know. But working with the children today was cool. You know, it was nice. I feel kind of bad, because I really don't have a lot of information memorized. I have a couple of cool facts, but I need to organize my thoughts and the way that I'm going to say them, because share those facts, because when I put on this when it comes down to it in the moment, I feel very put on in the spot, and I tend to fumble with my words, and it's not really a big deal, because I think that well, first and foremost, the teachers were very understanding. They told me that I did a good job, and the teacher even said to me, you weren't supposed to do anything. So, the fact that I guess I stepped up was appreciated. And yeah, I got a lot of reassuring feedback, and that was nice. Um, Obviously, this is my second anxiety video that I'm making. Um, so because people were giving me positive feedback, I can eat that up and let myself fall back a little bit, but my anxiety is telling me to still have my guard up with people. And it's not that serious. It's just my fucking anxiety, like putting these malicious evil thoughts into my planting these evil thoughts in my head. And one moment. What was I saying? Hold on, one moment. But yeah, it's just malicious thoughts being planted into my head, and if you let them sit there and cultivate, they're just gonna create more I'm sorry, I have to keep like pausing the video because people are walking by my door and I don't want them to hear my to hear me. But yeah, just basically I think that journaling every night will help me become more reassured in myself, because you know I really do try to dig deep in when I journal, and sometimes I'm not always up for that, but I'm just at a point where I would like to make major differences in my life and be this girl that I see myself being one day. And I have goals, I have ambition, and anxiety can really fuck all of that up, and it can really make everything, can make it worse, make you know, like make you feel depressed and make everything harder. It makes everything harder. And yeah, today was a start, and tomorrow I go back. I'm not as nervous as I was last night or the night before. I'm not at that level of nervousness for some reason. I hope tomorrow is a great day, and I hope it just keeps getting better from here. As I was saying before, I kind of lost my train of thought. It's also that I have my guard up with people at the place where I'm volunteering because it feels too good to be true. It feels like they're being so nice and like welcoming and reassuring, and it's not that I'm not used to that, in a sense that like I haven't been, my parents like didn't raise me, they you know, I didn't grow up with bad parents or parents that put me down. Like, yeah, sometimes they could be very critical and have their own ideas of what they want for me and for us, my other brothers and sisters, but for the most part, I'm not used to like strangers reassuring me like that, because I've put myself out there in school and I've gotten positive feedback, but you know, I've also taken so many classes and have failed so many classes, and not many professors like came up to me and told me like you're doing great, or this is good about you. Like, I have had maybe in the past 2 years two professors that genuinely had like feedback about me and what I was doing in their classroom, but for the most part, school has made my confidence like go down. And yeah, therefore, like, I've never really put myself out there in any other way besides now, and it's just it's nice, and I kind of get this like, how do you say, like, I don't want to call it a high, but like I feel really good walking out of the church, walking out walking out of there. I feel really good, and then there's just like a sense of doubt that makes me wonder if like their intentions are actually good. But like I said, that's just my negativity planting a horrible thought in my mind, and you need to pick it out. And even if that's the case, like, what's the big deal? It's not my heart that is doing that to someone. It's on them, and I know who I am, and I know how I treat others and how I go about, my life, that I don't have to worry about anyone that wishes me harm or has malicious thoughts, because I have faith that everything will work out, and I have to hold on to that positivity, because if you don't, you'll just keep sinking. And I've been there, and it's very exhausting. It's just as exhausting as putting yourself out there. At the end of the day, yeah, I feel drained, and I feel like crying and drinking and like dealing with my anxiety in unhealthy ways, but so far I think that this is gonna help me, and yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. Good night.